Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at noon starts now.
Today, the nation will pause to remember the lives lost to COVID-19 as the death toll continues to rise. In the meantime, problems and confusion mount because of the slow coronavirus vaccine rollout, but is there hope on the horizon? And President Trump now in his final full day in office as President-elect Joe Biden gets ready for a number of executive actions once he takes the oath exactly 24 hours from now. But first, former Michigan Governor Rick Snyder is going to be back in court, or was back in court, and we're going to break down exactly what happened during his hearing. The new developments surrounding the Flint water crisis tops our show here at noon. Thank you for joining us. I'm Evrod Cassimy. The former governor is charged with 2 counts of willful neglect of duty in connection to the crisis. The former director of the Flint Department of Public Works, Howard Croft, faces the same charges, and both of them were in court today. You might remember the crisis led to a regional Legionnaire's disease outbreak that killed 12 people. Let's turn things over to our Hank Winchester. He has been following this story ever since it began, with a look at now what happened in court. Hank?
Everett, good afternoon to you. Attorneys representing former Governor Snyder striking back today. This court hearing taking place via Zoom because of COVID-19. Take a look at some of the video. We did see the former governor briefly from his home office. We also heard from his attorneys and attorneys representing the state of Michigan. Here's the big headline today. Attorneys representing Snyder say this case needs to be thrown out, and here's the reason why. They argue that the case should not be filed in Genesee County. Why not Genesee County? After all, Flint is within Genesee County. Well, the argument here is that Governor Snyder was working from his home base in the Romney building in downtown Lansing as governor, as all of this communication was taking place between Flint leaders, city leaders, and the governor himself. That is the basis for their argument that this case needs to be thrown out. I did receive a new updated statement for an attorney representing the governor a short time ago. I want to share that with you. It reads, the ridiculous charges against former Michigan Governor Rick Snyder are politically motivated, false, and seriously flawed. We will be asking the court to dismiss these charges since they should have never been filed in the first place. Evrod, the other big development here during this Zoom court hearing was that attorneys representing the governor say some of the evidence brought forward to the prosecution in this case has not fully been reviewed by the governor's team, and they have concerns regarding a lot of that evidence, some of it including text messages, phone calls, evidence that was collected once items of the governor's were seized last year. The judge overseeing this case asking the parties to break out into separate groups, and now saying that everyone will be back to discuss this matter sometime in February. We'll have much more on this story. I'm talking with legal insiders, and we'll have updates for you today starting at 4 o'clock.
All right.
Evrod, back to you.
Hank, we know you'll stay on top of it and keep us updated. Thank you. New at noon, we have just learned that Governor Gretchen Whitmer plans to attend Joe Biden's inauguration in Washington, D.C. tomorrow. The governor was also appointed to serve as co-chair of the Presidential Inaugural Committee. Recently, President-elect Joe Biden nominated Governor Whitmer to serve as vice chair of the Democratic National Committee. Also making headlines at this hour after delivering remarks at an Armed Forces Reserve Center in Wilmington, Delaware, named after his late son, Beau. The president-elect will arrive in D.C. today amid a heavy security presence. We are less than 24 hours away from the inauguration, and as you can see here on our countdown clock, 23 hours, 56 minutes to be exact. And as Jay Gray reports, the areas around the Capitol are closed to the public, and thousands of National Guard troops are still on patrol.
The buildup of troops, the building of fences, blocking off roads and bridges, an unprecedented security presence now in place in the nation's capital. More than 25,000 National Guard soldiers and airmen, alongside federal agents, state and local police.
Don't let it be lost on you, the history of this moment.
As President-elect Joe Biden makes his way to Washington for tomorrow's inauguration. Like the core of the city, the National Mall is locked down. Flags replacing the hundreds of thousands who normally fill the open space for the ceremony, but can't because of COVID-19 and security concerns. The president-elect will spend time here later today, honoring the now more than 400,000 Americans lost to the virus. Framed by the deadly attack on the Capitol, some have suggested carrying out the transfer of power at an undisclosed indoor location. But organizers say they're confident the process can continue just like it has for more than 200 years.
At this point, there's every reason to believe we can go forward with the inauguration outdoors. Even if the inauguration was indoors, there'd be a lot of security anyway.
Security that will remain in place, we now know, through at least the end of the month. Jay Gray, NBC News, Washington.
All right, Jay, thank you. And we just learned that 2 Army National Guard members have been removed from inauguration duty as part of the security vetting process to ensure that none of the troops have ties to extremist groups. In the meantime, there are now increased security measures on flights to Washington, D.C. Those include a second ID check in some cases. Take a look here. This is video of a secondary TSA screening at the gate for a flight from Detroit to Washington, D.C. What you're looking at here, officers searching carry-on bags and checking the ID of passengers as they get ready to board. Well, after folks complete last-minute inauguration preps, the inaugural committee will host a national moment of unity tonight to remember those lost to COVID-19. At 5:30 p.m., the Lincoln Memorial Reflecting Pool will be illuminated, and cities nationwide will be joining by illuminating their own buildings and ringing church bells. And as we plan to remember those lives lost, the numbers continue to rise. The United States has surpassed now 24,087,000 coronavirus cases, and more than 399,000 people have died from the virus. These are numbers from the Johns Hopkins University database. And according to research published in the BMJ Medical Journal, the death rate among COVID-19 patients is 18.5%, while it was 5.3% for those with the flu. Those with COVID were nearly 5 times more likely to die than flu patients. And here at home, we're expecting new coronavirus case numbers this afternoon. In the meantime, though, Detroit Mayor Mike Duggan just gave an update on coronavirus vaccine distribution. He said the state had a shortfall of vaccines this week. The city was scheduled to get between 9,000 and 10,000 vaccines, but Detroit only got 6,000 doses. Mayor Duggan said that if you have a scheduled appointment for this week, show up to that appointment as there is vaccine available, but your second shot appointment will be a week later.
This is the way that it's going to go for a while. Is we're going to have to be flexible on how these things work, but we are going to lead the country in efficiencies on vaccinations, and we still are.
A similar situation in Washtenaw County, where the health department there postponing today's COVID-19 vaccination clinic, as well as one partial clinic that was scheduled for Thursday afternoon. The health department is directly contacting those who need to be rescheduled. They had to postpone because they're not receiving enough Pfizer vaccine. Right now this afternoon, we want to turn our attention to the forecast on your Tuesday as we give you a live look from our downtown Skycam. Meteorologist Brandon Roos standing by with a look at what we can expect for the rest of the afternoon.
Cloudy, breezy, chilly weather out there right now. We have barely moved a degree since early this morning. We started at 29:30 and we're at 31 degrees, 28 in Howell, Pontiac, and Adrian, and the breeze keeping those wind chills in the middle and upper teens. Just seeing a couple of streamers coming off of Lake Michigan, a few flakes and flurries through Washtenaw, Monroe counties, and we'll see an increase in those snow chances, especially as we get into the late afternoon and evening, but it stays cloudy, breezy, and chilly for the rest of the day. Evrod.
All right. You've given us a heads up, Brandon. Thank you so much. Still to come here at noon, Michigan small businesses impacted by COVID-19 can start to apply for survival grants today, in fact. And we'll tell you what you need to know if you'd like to apply.